including this episode. One I'm really excited about is the Kakophonos campfire. If you have any spine-tingling tales of the strange and the uncanny that have happened to you or to someone you know, we would love to hear them. Send an email to ricky@kakophonos.com, RIKKI at kakophonos.com, and we will contact you and set you up for a little fireside yarn. The only thing we ask is that it be true, as far as you know. Another feature is the Kakophonos Cacophony. Say that 10 times quickly. If you are a musician or a band, we would be delighted to feature your stuff on our show and let everyone know how to get a hold of your stuff, how to listen to it, and where to see you live. Today, we are very fortunate to have Thoth Ganesh on the show coming up shortly. Another feature is a different kind of storytelling segment, the Bard's Tale. Stories from mythology and folklore are told to us by modern-day bards and storytellers, accompanied by original music and sound effects by us. This feature is presently under construction and will be enjoyed in upcoming episodes. If you'd like to be a part of this intriguing project, please write. Another feature is simply a scattering of fun stuff throughout the show and the episodes. Parodies, faux commercials, like the one you just heard, Vril Steinbrew, answering machine messages, mini dramas. Your imagination is the limit. Again, if you would like to be part of this particular project, please let us know. A couple more things. As we don't have any real sponsors nor any financial backers as of yet, this internet radio show is being funded by our day jobs. So you, dear listener, can support us by a few different ways. Either send us a bucket load of money or support us by listening to this podcast on a regular basis and spreading the word about it. We will do our best to make listening to this thing worth your while. And if you're a business or a corporation wanting to advertise on our show, please take a look at our hits, count our listeners, decide, and contact us. And finally, since we are a podcast, we also like listening to other podcasts. We would like to refer you to the ones we particularly enjoy. If you are a podcast, don't be shy and send us a promotional soundbite for your show so people can go and listen to it once they're done with ours. We would love to share our own with you on your show, if you'll have us. That being said, we would like to draw your attention to a fantastic podcast created by friends of ours called The Standing Stone and Garden Gate, the podcast for thinking pagans and working witches. They can be found at stonegatepodshow.net. That's stonegatepodshow.net. That was the Standing Stone and Garden Gate. Visit them online at stonegatepodshow.net. That's stonegatepodshow.net.
Gotta move away from here. Too many summer nights when drumming is all anyone can hear. Well, music is a part of our religion, I just had to say. He just smiled and looked away. It's alright to worship how we feel. The way we feel. It's alright
That was Thoth Ganesh and his song from his latest album of the same name, It's Our Right, as in R-I-T-E. Thoth Ganesh is a Toronto-born musician whose musical style has been called modern pagan, with influences in folk, rock, blues, and pagan music genres. His ability to rearrange known pagan songs and chants is a gift. He's a writer, composer, arranger, and producer, and has been playing music for over 30 years, to the delight of audiences young and old alike. He sings and plays guitar, and being a multi-instrumentalist, in the studio he also plays saxophone, bass, keyboards, mandolin, harmonica, drums, and penny whistle. Thoth Ganesh has performed many concerts including the Enchanted Mountain Goddess Conference, the Hamilton Pagan Pride Day, the Harvest Fest Festival, the Toronto Pagan Conference, Pagan Fest, the Brantford Pagan Meet and Greet, Wiccan Fest, and the Fire Dance Festival. Now, without further ado, here is Thoth Ganesh speaking with me on Kakophonos.
Hey, how are you, Ricky?
All right.
So how long have you been doing this podcast, Ricky?
Well, we've been doing it since 2002, to tell you the truth.
Oh, wow.
But we've had some long breaks and reincarnations, and this is actually the third incarnation.
Was it always called this?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Now is that based on chaos paradigm or thelema or?
No, actually, as a matter of fact, it's the original Greek word for terrible sounds.
Hang on a second. I changed my mind.
And that was our interview with Thoth Ganesh. No, just joking. Yeah. Yeah. It's the root words for cacophony. That's where we get the word cacophony.
Right.
So we thought it was an interesting kind of twist to the whole thing, right? Because what we're talking about essentially are things that a lot of people just don't want to listen to, you know?
Yeah.
This is subject matter from paganism to parapsychology and a lot of stuff that the normal people just don't really want to hear in their safe little bubbles. So we thought, let's call it Kakophonos, right?
That sounds appropriate.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about It's Our Right, the song that I like so much out of these three. There's It's Our Right, Time Ain't Changin' My Ways, and Together Again. Are all three of them pagan related?
I would have to say yes if you use the broad definition of pagan related. That's where you also get into the definition, okay, what makes a pagan musician? Well, a musician who's actually a pagan, making original music, you could actually technically classify that pagan music. Pagan music does not necessarily have to be any kind of specific genre. It can be, a lot of people think it maybe has to sound Celtic or maybe world music, but it really, as long as the message of the music is of things of interest or of importance to pagans, then